of the DMV. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about we and God we trust. Sir Rod and Lady Z. PTP.
Positive thinking people. It's date night. People with Rodney Grimes, Sir Rod, Lady Z. We got the Jones in the house. It's a Jones love thing. We got to come in. We're going to be talking about some things. Y'all just tune in with us. This is going to be phenomenal. There's nothing but love in the air. Talking about commitment. Talking about dedication. Talking about obligation. We're just talking about being good husbands and being good wives. Having a good life. Okay, let me just kind of tune this down. What's up, Lady Z?
Hey! Hi, everybody. I'm back. Hi.
So, that's a good thing, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know.
I'm glad you are because he was worried me to death.
He was. Yeah, he was worried quite a few people.
It wasn't that easy being by myself. So, but you know, that's part of being in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what's so phenomenal about, you know, when you can be around people and y'all have couples and you see that everybody is kind of like on the same page. I see how since we've been really networking and being in the presence of each other, how Boo respects you as his wife. And as you saw earlier when I was telling Zena or asking Zena to come in and she didn't come,
yes.
You know, we already know that y'all run things. We already know that.
We should know.
I didn't know what he was doing.
No, honestly, you know how to be. I mean, sometimes, you know, it is what it is. Now, I'll be asking her to do something. Now, we're going to fuss about her not coming when I asked her tonight when we, I don't know, though.
We're not going to fuss. No, we're not.
Not tonight.
We're not going to even fuss about it.
It's not up for discussion.
I was trying to make things happen.
Okay.
But I was listening at the same time.
Okay. All right. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Welcome, everyone. It is Friday date night. I am so happy to be home. It's been a long journey. Woo, it's a long journey. But the thing is, we won.
Yo, so that's...
We won.
Tell me what you was doing, though.
I was canvassing. I was in Philly and also in Columbus. I was in Philly for 3 months, and then from Philly I went to Atlanta, Georgia, from Atlanta, Georgia to Columbus, Georgia. So we were canvassing, you know, pretty much. That's what we were doing.
So a lot of people don't know what canvassing is, though.
It's canvassing when you're knocking, you're talking to people, you're knocking on their doors, or you're talking in front of businesses, a group of people just talking and about where they are, what their concerns are, and trying to get them to vote for the right person.
How about that? But you know what I really we got to do honor first. We got to give our Lord and Savior honors at this table before we do anything else. So if we could just bow our heads. Father God, we thank you, Lord. We thank you, Yah, for all you do. We ask, Father, that this food that we put in our body, that it would nourish us and bless us. Have it that it will be your will and not our own, that we move forward in the days to come, that we be blessing for all those around us. Anybody that's out there struggling, Father, we send mercy and we ask for you to cover them and help them to be blessed by your protection. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Praise Him. Amen. So, I know y'all going to see I'm going to have to keep turning around. Y'all can start eating whenever you want, because they ain't good to eat. It
look too good to eat, but yeah.
You don't want to eat no cold food.
And that I don't do.
But hey, baby, let me. You know what I'm gonna do?
Let people see this.
I gotta let them see. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So put it on the plate so they can. Yeah. Oh, how are you gonna do that?
No, I'm just
hold it.
Yeah, I'm just holding over here.
You gotta come up, son. Come up.
Come up.
Come up.
Up.
Come up.
How about that?
Up. Did you come up?
I did.
Oh wait, it's a delay. So.
Yeah.
It's a delay. There you go. You don't come down a little bit. That's too high.
Okay.
All right. So if
And we just want to thank you guys for having us over for the date night. You know, this is long overdue. We always wanted to hang out with you guys.
Oh, and believe me, Zena was like, this ain't had nothing to do with you, boo. This is all your wife. My wife. They was kicked us to the curb, bro.
Right.
They was all them.
Right.
So, babe, what's on the plate?
Okay.
I'm holding this.
So what's on the plate is we have a salmon. It's topped with
Very tender.
tomatoes and some lemon, some
Capers
on top. We have mixed vegetables. We have rice and a roast.
And the roast was actually cooked with some carrots and potatoes that's in the pot. But because we was running a little behind schedule, because you know, Lady Z, she just wanted to be all on top of everything. So she was trying to get things going. But good job, babe. Good job.
We got to take a picture.
You did a great job.
Before we start eating.
I'm sorry, bro. I got to get in mine.
Let me take a picture of you on your plate, baby, again, like we always do.
We always do. Now, see, somebody might not believe how wonderful this plate looks before I touch it.
So, you all know the deal. Nothing's changed. We are back. Date night is back. Coming strong. Even stronger. So, please, in the comments down below, please share in on what your Friday night is happening. What's going on with you? Put in share your meals, of course. We want to know what you're having. Even if you're not having a meal, what are you doing for tonight? Are you just watching TV? You on the remote control?
Are you eating popcorn? You throwing rocks at the police cars? Whatever.
Put it in the comments.
And
Put it in the comments.
this is a mixed vegetable even your kids eat.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah. They taste this, give me more.
Oh, it's delicious.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, and if you would like to call in, please do not call the studio number.
We're not in the studio. We're actually in our dining room. And we would prefer you hold the calls until we're going to go in and do the dessert part, because we really kind of fellowshipping right now.
Yes.
And before we even go any further, and when he said grubbing, this is fellowshipping, but I wanted to send out condolences to Twit's family, who this brother committed suicide a few days ago, and I put a little something on earlier on my page. I was very emotional about it, and I still am, because this is a very crucial time when you get around the holidays. And so people start to feel lonely and depressed. So I just wanted to, again, we dedicated this program to him. And also, you said you have someone.
Yeah, my brother, Sonny Gatlin from Alabama.
Okay.
He passed away, and they're having his funeral tomorrow.
Okay. So to the Gatlin family.
To the Gatlin family,
we send our condolences.
We love you, and man, this some things are very much hit home. I mean, like we have some tragedies, but some hit like real center. Sonny was like a brother.
But I mean, when people die, and I like to use the word transition.
Transcend, yeah.
When they transition, it's a part of life, and there's different ways that it happens, but one of the things that I want to say to anybody out there that's going through a troubled time right now, I want you to know something. This is the holiday time. People be really emotional. A lot of feelings go on. People are lonely. People are thinking about different things that's happening in life. But suicide is not the answer. What happened with the gentleman the other day is going to affect a lot of people. They haven't really said why he committed suicide. But y'all remember that model that jumped off out of the balcony in New York not long ago? It was about a year or so ago. Real pretty girl. Y'all may not remember that, but she committed suicide, and she was another celebrity that was
But I don't know if I told you, but that's what they was going to happen to my daughter.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I deal with that personally. You know?
Right.
So
it's something that you dealt with on.
I'm dealing with it. I'm still just consistently dealing with, you know.
Well, I'm glad you said that. You know why? Let me say this. No disrespect to your daughter. Suicide is not the answer. If anybody contemplating on doing suicide, think about the loved ones that you're going to leave behind. Because if you love them, you don't want to do nothing to hurt them. But hurting yourself is hurting them.
Yeah.
And their pain will never be resolved because they're going to try to figure out why did an individual take their own life. And I know as time go on, we struggle in different areas. We have different things that we got to deal with. Boo, you said that you know, but you and I had the conversation about that. So it's a little more to your story than, you know. But you still, no matter what, your daughter.
She's gone, and you know, just to contemplate what, like you said, you know, that's not the answer. You know, pain shared is pain lesson. I learned that. So I encourage anybody, if you're going through something, just share it with somebody. Just get it off of you.
Yeah.
And we share it, you know, when you shine a light on it, it loses its power. I can contest to that, you know. But most of us have been through something, right? You've been in the service. I've been in the streets. I mean, this is real, you know. My wife been in the service, you know. And Lazy, she done been through her own trials. Just recently, you know, a lot of stuff that I heard you went through. So we're all soldiering along.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's all in so different in different ways. But one of the things that's so prominent with this, and that is that when you're in relationships, your burden becomes hers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her burden becomes mine.
Mm-hmm.
How do we deal with that? That's something that we have to take in consideration. How do we deal with it?
I don't think it's a blueprint. I think it depends on the individuals. Because one way you might deal with it, I know one thing is common is communication.
My man. Okay.
You know,
Right.
the communication has to be there. Because I mean, we're real good at masking. Human beings are real good at masking their feelings. And there's some pain. Some people that handle pain different. You know, like she'll tell you, like I got a high threshold pain, so maybe I might not show it like she'll show it. You know, she watch a movie, it's over. It's over. What works?
Yeah.
You know.
I'm sensitive.
And I mean, and some, don't get me wrong. Some of them get me. She done see me over there to fight something back on certain things, but that's because they remind me of something personal, right? You know?
Right. Yeah.
Because I know you can identify with that.
Yeah. For
Certain
sure.
things become personal. You know, you can watch something and then it remind you of something that's real painful to you, and they pull it out of you.
Well, that's what happened today when I was in my office. I was looking at some snippets of The Gentleman, and I looked at one where Ellen was talking about her relationship with him, and it was really, really emotional.
Yeah.
And it started making me think about some people that I lost, people who weren't around, and I just got emotional. But then I realized also it's still my responsibility as an individual to reach out to other people, because you don't know who may be going through a rough time. Just because, don't judge the book by its cover. They may look happy, but deep down inside, they are traumatized and they're sad, and these things happen. So how long y'all been together as a couple?
16 years.
16? Okay. All right. So y'all got us about 1 year.
Well, we right there together then.
Yeah. We got 15.
So let me ask you guys something. How did you propose?
I did it at dinner. I made sure his stomach was full.
I mean, how did you do it?
I got set up.
I know you.
I was set up too, girl.
I was set up.
I was set up too.
You know, Rodney, you know, he a host, and you know, we got that host thing. The question was, how did you propose? Not where you proposed.
You right. How did I propose? I did it at dinner with my children. I did it. We had all our kids around. Everybody knew about it except her.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
So what I did is I had already talked to all my kids, let them know what was going on, and let them know that I was going to propose to her. And we had a nice old family dinner. Everybody was there, all the grandkids, all our kids. And after we got to eating and everything, and I had one of my kids, one of my daughters, to bring the flowers in. I had some roses, and I had a ring and asked her would she marry me.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm gonna run the tape back. I'm gonna run the tape back. How long did you have a ring before you proposed?
To be honest with you, I didn't have a ring that long. Because we had already been in a relationship. We've been together. We only been married 7 years.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was longer. Okay. Oh.
So we was together for 15 years, but we only been married 7. Yeah. So I had been trying to figure things out because this is Zena's first marriage. This is my third. And so...
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Yeah, hold up. We can't let that get by. And what lady?
And last.
Okay.
Well, also, no disrespect to my children's mother. And I believe that, you know, don't get on where you start throwing rocks at people because things didn't work out.
Right.
At one time, I loved my first wife. At one time, I loved my second wife. Now I love my wife, who I'm with right now. And what people got to understand is this: don't camouflage what it is. Because if I had to knew everything I knew then now,
you probably still there.
I still probably be married with the first wife.
Right.
But see, I didn't know. And then also, I had an opportunity to meet somebody who taught me, who had patience with me, who prayed with me, who also, as you see, when I asked her to come in here, she went on and had, you know, she knows how to handle me. And I'm not saying that the first two, whatever the situation was.
You get better with experience.
Yeah. But see, one of the things that I don't like to do, I don't like to badmouth nobody because there's two sides to the story, and really it's three. It's your side, their side, and the truth.
Yeah. Well,
how about you? How did you propose?
Oh, back at me, huh?
Back at you.
I'm gonna let her tell. I like her version because this come from the person who didn't know what was gonna happen.
Well, I had an idea. It was at the mall, and it was in a jewelry store. Asked me, okay, what ring do you like? And I'm looking at the case and stuff. I said, oh, that's pretty there, that's pretty there. And I said, well, I'm gonna go. I went out the store. He was still in the store. I said, what are you still doing in the store? I said, did you buy this? No, baby, I ain't buying nothing.
Tell her feel.
He was saying, oh yeah, we're gonna go to Mama house. Then we're gonna go to your mama house first, right?
Yeah.
We can go to Mama house.
She wasn't home.
She wasn't home. He said, well, let's go to Munchie house.
My sister.
I
So
said,
you gotta tell her who Munchie is.
oh, Munchie is his sister. So we went over to the sister house. And then I said, told him I had to go to the bathroom. I'm going to the restroom, the bathroom. Him, Tabitha, and his niece are in the little house that she has on the side of her house. And I come back out, and like they was crying. I kept saying, what's going on? Like it was excited, like crying, and he got down on his knee.
Oh man.
He sure did, and he said some wonderful things, and he made me cry. I told him, don't do this to me now. You got people here. He did it anyway. He made me cry.
And really, it was a segue. Rodney gave the segue into what I was saying too, because when I proposed to her, I came in knowing, you know, kind of a little bit more about what a marriage was, because I got married early on, and I feel the same way. She did a great job with my two girls.
Yeah.
She did a great job, and I'd like to, you know, thank her publicly. She did a great job. I wasn't ready. At that time, I wasn't ready.
Right.
Like the guy was then, she would have never talked to him. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand. I told my ex-wife, if I could leave with you, I would have left too. So she did what she needed to do, and it kind of helped both of us in the long run.
And that's what the good thing is this, because
Excuse me.
Everybody, we all have had relationships. Even though Zena wasn't married, Zena had relationships long term. She wasn't, you know, she was in a long term relationship.
Sound familiar?
Yep, sound familiar.
So they understand about commitment and stuff like that. But what people have to realize is this: in your relationships, you have to grow personally.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to make the other person grow. You have to focus on you.
That's right.
And you deal with yourself as almost like what we call the man in the mirror.
That's it.
You
That's the plug. That's the plug here. Right?
You know what I mean? You gotta deal with the person in the mirror.
Yeah.
And when you do that, then you'll start to develop some sense of responsibility and then know what actions you need to take. And at the same time, be aware of the other person's feelings in the relationship, because that's important.
Yeah, that's very important. You had that on the topic too. You know, sometimes when you're learning each other, I say any relationship, you're learning each other. But if you know the core of that person is caring and loving and really, you know, selfless, then you know that they didn't come from a bad place if they make mistakes. Like, for example, you were saying about you called it. She ain't come from a bad place because she didn't come.
Right.
She was doing something that she knew was equally important.
Right.
And that's the thing you got to have with your mate.
Right. I like that.
Like, yeah, because I got to be careful sometimes when she's driving to leave her alone.
Because she tells me how to drive.
Yeah.
But you're in the driver's seat.
I'm in the driver's seat. I'm told to get in the right lane, get in the left lane. Oh, baby, watch that car. I'm like, Lord, please get me there safely.
And then she did it to me, and I never see
And I did it to him when I had him driving. And I said, baby, wait a minute, you too close to the curb. Baby, leave me alone, girl. I'm like, now you know how I feel.
Yeah.
When you making your suggestions, speed up. You should be in that lane. You should be in this lane. I'm like, Lord, please help me. I'm in my mind, Lord, please help me get there peacefully. Please. And I'm ready to pull over and just cry on his shoulder and say, see, you made me upset.
And that's what it is what you said is respecting people for where they are, and don't take it personal as if they intentionally set out to hurt you or to make you mad. Because nobody in a relationship do that. And that's something that's important. I really want to apologize to anyone out there because I have my back to you. It's just the way we're set up, so no disrespect.
And his food is really good.
And I'm telling
So
you.
when he start eating, you can get it.
And also, we want to say hello to a few people that are on. Bethel is here.
Hey, Beth. How you doing, boo?
And Beth came here visit earlier today. And we had great conversations. And I'm excited about, we got some things in store involving Beth. So look forward to that. And welcome Chris Ashby. Chris
Oh, that's my man, Super Chris.
Hello, Chris. Thank you for joining us, Chris. And he says, looks good, and then most definitely. Rachel is here. My girl Ray is in the house.
What Rachel is that?
Rachel, well, she's not here.
Rachel Pope.
Rachel Pope.
Yeah, Yeah, that's homegirl.
That's my girl. She's here.
Yeah.
And Rachel, she says it's an awesome setup. But Rachel, what's on your plate? What's on your plate? Again, we just want to welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this. Share this to your friends' page. Share the, just share it. Shortly, we'll be headed into the sitting room where we'll enjoy some dessert and great conversation. And we may have something for you. So hang in there with us.
Yeah, we may have some giveaways, so y'all just stand by.
Tell people to tune in.
So you might want to call some people and tell them to tune in.
Yes.
We got a beautiful couple with us. Boo Jones and his wife, Theresa. And one of the things that really was exciting about just the other day, when I was telling my wife, I said, we need to get a couple to have dinner with, for the thing. And I like when people are on the same level or moving in the same spirit. And she said, well, I'm getting ready to call Theresa.
That's my girl.
And it's funny, the feeling be mutual because, like you said, we've been together. We've been married 14
years.
Yeah, been together 16 on 17. So, and that's incredible. That's another burning bush experience. And not that it's been rough.
Right.
I mean, just stick to itness, because we all have our flaws, and you got to coexist with somebody.
Communication is always key.
Yeah.
No marriage is perfect. You have the perfect love.
That's it.
Well,
We don't have the perfect marriage,
I like that.
but we do have the perfect love.
so,
I like that.
And we always work it.
and you're
And you're always working at it.
Yes.
And the key thing was we. It's not an individual.
I like that. See, that's what I'm talking about when you have other people's perspective on things. Y'all excuse me, I got a fire burning in the, I just want to make sure it's safe.
It's,
Well, we definitely want to thank you all for joining us and accepting the invitation.
Oh, thank you for inviting us.
well, everybody knows that the Joneses like to eat.
We always out
We
eating.
like
So.
So we'll be doing this again very soon.
We normally have our Friday night date.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I got to corner him for it because sometimes he's so busy, he got to do something else. So I said, baby, we're going to have Friday night date, but you got to put the phone away. That's very rare you put that phone away.
That's important. That's very important. Because if you're having a date night with your, even if it's just, it doesn't even have to be with your husband or wife, if it's with your children, with your dog, or with your family, friends. It's that quality time. Put those phones away.
Get back at the
Communicate
table.
with each other.
Get back at the table
Let the talk be amongst you instead of on the phone.
have dinner and fellowship. Or go to the movie or walk down the street and hold hands. Call and talk on the phone and tell somebody that you miss them and you love them. It's all about just, taking, especially if you're in a relationship, don't never let the fire burn out.
Flame.
You gotta continue to do that.
So Rachel says she's having crackers and water, and there's a reason for that.
Okay.
Rachel's having crackers and water because she's prepping for her surgery.
Oh, okay.
Good
luck with that.
She's limited to what she can eat.
But prayers definitely is going to be extended
Exactly.
for that, This is wonderful, just the union of being one with somebody. Marriage, man, I'll tell you like this. I'd rather be with her than without. Real simple, So if anybody gonna get on my nerves, I'd rather be here.
We know gonna say he said, I'd rather you get on my nerve, baby. I ain't taking to anybody else.
Well, that's where the part is in your growing in relationship is when you learn how to tolerate the things that's not perfect about the other individual. You know, because
I get on her nerves too.
Oh, believe me. Let me tell you something. I can see Zena sometimes when she looking at me, and she got this look like, almost like a look that my mother used to give me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that.
Don't go there. Yeah, you know what I mean? That, yeah. You know what? So that's again in the process of moving forward, learning each other, respect, and you know.
I'll tell you one thing. And I have learned so much from this moment. It made me a better man, better person. Like, we got a thing, no matter how upset we get, we never call each other out our names. There will be no name calling. I mean, not just cursing. There'll be no name called, no stupid, no dumb, no nothing. Right? We'll talk about the issue.
I like that.
And just talk about why I'm upset. Now, sometimes she might not be just knowing each other, right? She might not be receptive to no conversation. I'm talking.
Right.
Sometimes she just want to go by herself. I gotta give her space.
I just want to get away, but he comes back 10 minutes later. Don't even give me time to absorb everything that happened.
I'm gonna go to bed mad.
And come and make a joke, and I said, I'm not talking to you right now. He will still talk. It's like, you're not going to bed till we resolve all this. But it makes me laugh, and then eventually I forget about what we're arguing about.
Right.
Well, we have that in common. We do have that in common because we bump heads a lot. But one thing, we do not go to bed angry. We talk about
Don't let the sun go
we're
down.
separated in the house, go this and go there, but we come back together. And he's more stubborn. I'm not. We can have an argument or disagreement, and I'll still go fix some cup of coffee. Or,
Right.
You know,
So I gotta confess that. Because I get mad, don't want to talk. Look, you know what? She'll come around this way. I want to go around the other way. And what she do? Now this what gets me.
You break right through.
You know what she'll do? And this just happened last week. I don't know when I was up. I was so emotional about something. I was on edge about everything.
It was delicious.
And she said, no matter what, we're going to discuss this. So you need to just tell me, first of all, she apologized for what she said that upset me because she looked at it from her perspective. And then I had to explain why I was being so sensitive. So now we kind of was able to converse about the situation. And now she understood why I was acting the way I was acting. And I understood that her intent was not to offend me. So, you know, we end up going upstairs, you know, and cuddling and still having respect for one another.
And the rest is confidential.
I looked
Like
at
man Johnny say, it's G14 class, right?
But so it's good that you talk about your feelings.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't know how you were feeling inside. And
Right.
I tell him that too. Sometimes you hurt my feeling what you said.
Right.
And this is what you said. So he remembered, oh, baby, I didn't say that. Yes, this is the way you said it.
Right.
And it hurt my feelings.
Right.
Then he'll apologize. I'm sorry, baby, it hurt your feelings.
Right.
And he apologize for it. But you gotta talk about it.
You got to talk about it.
Can't keep it in.
And that's what's important when you be able to acknowledge that and say,
Yes.
yo, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And the other person can't tell you how you was feeling.
No, they can't do that.
You can't do that. You know. You know you got seconds. We got enough.
No, I don't need no second. That was delicious.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm sitting here trying not
I'm full already. That was delicious. I don't know if I can do dessert.
Well, we're going to put it in front of you. Just in case.
And y'all see how easily that beef cuts, you know, and this is not a steak knife. It's not a steak knife. This is a butter knife.
Yep.
And look at it.
She cooked it with love, baby. She cooked it with love.
Rodney might have made it.
Wait a minute now. I can't take
Hold on,
credit.
man.
I can't take credit. We both put our hands in it.
But see how quick
I
the
did.
woman just assumed.
Chopped away.
But
Did all the
he
chopping,
really
and
cooked
he
it.
actually, yes, I
But
got
he
it.
looked like-
Marinated and
Yeah.
He looked-
No, this is what happened. She marinated
Earlier
and she
today.
prepped it.
Oh,
She chopped up stuff, but I put the flavor on it.
Oh, go ahead, working together.
Yeah, and I also cooked the salmon, but she marinated it and prepped it, but I cooked it. So that's how we do in the kitchen.
So do y'all do that often? Because we don't do that often.
We always in the
Always.
kitchen together.
Oh, so
always
we're in the kitchen together when he cook hamburgers. Hey, baby, when you cook hamburgers, your favorite hamburger?
I gotta start cooking more for
Yeah.
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 Cause you
We
think
like
about
to
our
cook.
first date.
We like to cook.
Our
Oh, first day you cooked for me.
Oh, okay.
So you could, but what happened after that?
That was
Yeah, we
open my
went to the-
eyes.
Can you cook?
Oh, he could cook. I mean, he threw down.
Oh,
The chicken was
come on.
sauteed. The beans was divine.
Oh my
He
goodness.
did his job on it. Made me look at him twice and say, maybe I should date this guy. Nobody ever cooked for me before. I'm like, you want to cook for me? You don't want to take me out? You want to cook? I want to cook for you. He did his job. I give him an A.
Okay, so saying that, right? Now you did that. Are you still cooking?
Not as much. Not as much.
So you got to.
She be cooking so good now. I'm gonna tell you, like you know, she give me a little Shirley vibe. Her and my mom, you know, they got the same vibe when they come in the kitchen. So
Sometimes
I go back to.
But you got to remember
What you got,
that.
Mom?
Guess what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
So
That's just like yesterday when you came in the door, you say, well, baby, what I'm supposed to eat? I said, baby, I'm going to make you some spaghetti. Yeah, because I'm really hungry. Didn't I go in and make you some spaghetti?
Yeah.
it was good.
I stopped the whole.
That's how you do it.
Made it with
The
love.
whole thing.
So I am a cook.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not a professional cook, but I love to cook. So I can go in the kitchen and do a whole meal. And 99% of the time when it's a meal cooked in here, it's not just one of us that do it.
Right.
Because Zena can cook too. So
Oh, I can tell.
what
yeah.
we'll do is we'll decide, okay, what we going to do when we cooking, and then we'll start to prepare things, and then she'll say, oh babe, we'll taste this, and I'm like, oh, add something to it. And then that's the service. The only problem I got is we fight about this every time.
Well, I can tell
About
you
what
this.
you gonna
I can tell you this.
No.
No. Oh.
Tell me
Dishes.
the dishes.
Yes, the dishes,
Okay.
baby.
Let me tell you.
Oh, wait a minute! Don't tell me y'all got.
No,
Hold
this
up,
is it.
man, right? Now, watch this, watch this.
No. So we both have our way of how we wash the dishes.
Oh.
He washes as he go, and I do too, but not Rodney. Maybe not all the time, or when he thinks it should be done. But I tell him, as long as I don't walk out this kitchen, go out there, go upstairs, go outside, and dishes in the sink, it's okay. Because I'm not going to leave that kitchen with
So,
dishes in the sink.
Never.
So sometimes I try to wash as I go, but I'm doing
Can I face the camera on this? Okay.
Come on, right? Come on.
Let me tell you how it rolls. See, when I be cooking, I wash as I go because right after it's wait a minute,
Majority of the time, right?
90% of the time.
Yeah, majority.
Majority.
All we go by is percentage.
Huh?
Give me my 10%.
No, baby, sweetie,
Now, we go by percentage.
No, I'm going to tell the
Right,
truth.
because
See,
not all the
what
time.
you got to realize is this. What I do know for a fact, she may not wash as she go, but she's not going to go upstairs with the kitchen not clean. Ever. It's just that my thing is right after we.
He has a pet peeve.
Right, see,
about
I'm cooking.
seeing the dishes.
I'm cooking, and as soon as that pan come out and it cooled off, I wash it and put it away.
But what do I tell you when you say that? What do I say to you? Go ahead and wash it.
That's what you always say. Guess who ended up washing it?
Go
Me.
ahead and wash it.
You don't argue about it when you wash it. Your dishes too.
But this is check this out. What you
If
saying?
it's bothering you, yeah, wash it.
No, that's what
Wait. You know what? That's the problem.
and guess what? You'll watch it just 90% of the time.
And I do.
And And see, this is something that we talked about earlier with knowing your each individual, right? And sometimes in relationships, it becomes like sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
She was telling me how it was when her dad told her about her younger brother. And then sometimes I just see that same component with me and her.
About how I bugged my little brother.
And I see the same component sometimes.
Well, the good thing is that no matter what, because sometimes even when we're cooking and I start getting my feelings, and I'll be like, she's not washing the dishes. But they're my dishes too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get in my feelings too, so I understand but we had an agreement that if I cook, he wash dishes.
I mean, I wash dishes.
But what he do is, he don't feel like washing dishes, he run in the room until he sleep, in bed.
And even for you.
I was going to get him tomorrow morning, baby. I said, well, I want to wash tonight.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's my pet peeve. I just
Like,
I grew up with that.
I ain't
Washing dishes and
going to bed with no dirty dishes.
Well, she'll tell you.
Well, he never been morning washing.
I give it in the middle of the night sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
Like I go to the bathroom, I go there and wash the dishes.
I wouldn't even be able to sleep.
Right.
In my mind,
I'm just,
dishes in the
I can't
sink,
either.
just
Because I was
annoying me.
raised that way.
Yeah.
You wash your dishes, you sweep your floor, you mop your floor.
Let me tell you something.
I soak
I went to South Carolina. I went to the
soak
same thing.
before I go to
Yeah, that's what you told me. You're
That's
soaking
the
the
old trick,
dishes.
the old soak
I'm
trick.
soaking the dishes. Don't need to be soaking in the water. I'm soaking the dishes. Then you got my son saying he's soaking the dishes. I'm like, okay, everybody, does men just soak the dishes, man?
No, I don't soak no dishes. Ain't no bad thing. I'm going to tell you right now, I watch it. I'm like this. First of all, there's several reasons why I'm real adamant about it. And that is, one, I can't live with rats nor roaches. Period. And if you do not keep a tidy kitchen,
It will appear.
you will lure something to want to come to eat with you.
We never had none, so thank God.
No, what I'm saying, but I mean that's just me. I just know that if you don't keep a tidy kitchen, then you can set up. Now because we not a connected house, we don't have to worry about that. But if you connected to somebody and you keep a dirty kitchen, and you can, they everything they got in their house will come to your house.
Yeah.
And that's right, because at the job, everybody throw their lunch in their trash can.
Right.
And next day we know we got mouse traps all around because mouse been around because we didn't empty in the steel can. We emptied in a little plastic can.
Yeah.
They can crawl in to eat, invite your family over to eat.
Yeah.
And it happens.
So you got to. Hey, babe. You know what I'm thinking? We might as well just bring the dessert right here. Okay. Well, we're gonna be running a little over. Okay, I'm fine with you. I already know when you start doing what you do what you do, baby. But no, you're right. But during relationships, these are the things that we're talking about where you have to compromise. I like to wash while I cook. She like to wash after she finished. Now the problem is this. When I look at it, when she does it, it's a pile of dishes there. When I do it, it's just a few.
You wash
Yeah,
it.
Because I wash as I go.
I do the same thing.
To switch the subject a little bit.
Don't be a pile of dishes.
Yeah, that was a powerful word. I tried to get them all up.
Hey, Boo, I'm trying
to get them all up.
Right.
I heard them. Anyway, I'm gonna give them. This is my thing. I want to give a shout out to little Dorothy. Her birthday coming up.
Oh, okay. Dorothy Hughes.
And they hired us. They hired her and Devon. Devon actually told me a long time ago. Devon Green said we're gonna hire us, and he kept his word.
Yeah.
And,
When is her birthday?
I don't know the exact date, and I ain't never really asked her, but we're gonna celebrate at the Diamond Lounge on January 14th. It's a day show.
Okay.
So it's from 4 to 9, and we play first. Us and Junkyard Band.
Okay.
So that's Slade Rhythm, SRB, Al Band, and Junkyard. Gonna be there for her birthday. And it's gonna be a nice nice event, and we're gonna make sure she have a great birthday.
Well, hey, whenever your birthday, if it's past, happy birthday, belated birthday. If it's not come yet, Dorothy, you're a sweetheart. You know, you home girl, so you know I send my birthday wishes out to you, and you know, and I pray that you know y'all have a blessed day and enjoy yourself on that day.
I want to thank the family too because they brought all the things I had. My family, they brought, and I appreciate it. Even some people on the job, you know, people that probably would never go to a go-go.
So you know what, and I want to you know say this because many times you invited us. My life is like it's chaotic, and many times me and my wife have to learn how to go out and enjoy ourselves because we're constantly doing something like date night. We did date night ever since we've been together, right? But now it's a part of our program. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is if we're not here, we got to do it either at the studio or wherever we at, out of the commitment. I have a mother that I tend to. I have a lot of different responsibilities in different areas, and one of the things that I want to tell and make this very important: don't make excuses. Don't make excuses. Find a way to get around to start to prioritize things so that you can go out and enjoy yourself. Because
and that's important. The word you said, and I don't want people to like glaze over it because you said the word that really shout out is prioritize.
Yeah.
Like what's needing to be done right now?
Yeah.
What's more important?
Yeah.
You know what's necessary.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we put the cart before the horse.
Yeah. And we got to realize, man, it's not good to do that.
Yeah.
And also in relationships, it's good when you go out and have a good time. You know, and don't forget about how we were, because we ain't no spring chickens no more. You know what I'm saying? So you know.
And then how about being appreciative of the time that you do spend together? Because sometimes it becomes a norm, but it's really special. Like what you guys do together, just that's intimacy. Like washing dishes together and prepping food together, that's intimacy. Now we might do it in a different way. We go out to eat.
Yeah.
We go to movies a lot. I mean, actually, that's how we connected for real. That was the pickup.
That's how he interviewed.
She said interview. I said pickup.
Oh, so wait a minute. He took you to the movies.
Yeah, he interviewed me at his job. I was looking for a calculator.
For his son, yeah.
He sold me an $86 calculator.
Hey, no, he didn't.
I told him, do I get a discount? He said, I don't even get a discount.
I did at the time.
But then he said, oh, are you dating anyone? I said, no. I was like, wait a minute, is this a joke? You give me a discount on the calculator or what? He's like, well, do you like movies? He kept going on and on. And I'm like, oh, so why don't you give me your number and maybe we can go to a movie? Sure. We like the same thing, so.
Okay.
Then he tried to be slick with the dinner. I'm going to cook for you.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to cook for you.
That
He set the stage. I'm going to cook for you.
That was that move, though. That's how you do it.
You know, he caught me already when he said cook for me.
But let me tell you something. You know, when I met Zena on her birthday. I proposed to her on her birthday. I married her on her birthday.
Wow.
Now, check this out. When I met her, I waited. I asked her to save a dance for me. I waited 2 hours.
Come on. Assistant.
Just sat there and waited.
Yeah.
Well, as long as that cabaret was on, if it could have been 3, I don't know. But when I asked her, when she came in and she fixed a drink and she was going to get some ice and all the liquor was in front of me and me, I was sitting there, you know, I was all dabbing there up and everything. And the liquor was in front of me and she came over, she was like, they told me that I could come and get her, fix me a drink, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, it's just not on mine, but you could go ahead. And I was just looking, I was like, oh my goodness, and I was like, she came back with a glass of ice and she was like, would you like some ice? And I was like, yeah, I would. And then I said, could you do me a favor? And she said, what's that? I said, could you save the last dance for me? And she said, yeah. And I was like, okay. So Now,
so now that's why you waited. That's the reason you waited, because you got to get the last thing.
see, now check, boy, because I'm gonna give glory and praise. Come on now, I got to give praise now. I got to tell you something.
You still getting it.
Guess what?
The last dance, you still
dancing.
dancing.
Let me tell you, on the last dance, it was a slow song. And this guy danced with her the whole time.
Fast song.
You wasn't trying to shake.
Oh, wait a minute, check this out. He wouldn't let her out of his sight.
Whoa.
And I sat there and waited. And it had to be at least 2 hours, right? It was on her birthday, though. She was celebrating her birthday.
She's having fun.
I did not move.
You wait him out. You wait him out.
I waited it out.
Every dance, he sat there.
Waiting patient.
Waiting patient.
But see, you know she was
you knew she was the one, too.
You know something? This was so funny. And this is no lie. I had prayed to God for someone to come in my life and to be a certain way. But when Zena walked through that door, she was the vision of that person. And I was like, my boy, Rodney McNeil, I was with him. And I looked at him and I said, oh my goodness, who the hell is that? And he said, oh, that's Vicky's sister, which at the time was his girlfriend's best friend. Yeah. And Zena came in, and I'm not going to get into that personal part of it, but it was her birthday, and her whole agenda was just to have a good time. And one thing about my wife is this: if my wife gets 2 or 3 drinks in her, she can dance all night long. She can stay on that dance floor. Her and her sister, they can get on that dance floor and dance all night, and they don't need nobody to be with them. But that guy, he wouldn't leave her side. They was over there grooving. I was just sitting there waiting. And I was saying, man.
And you gonna give it your word, right?
Look, every now and then I look at the watch, I was like, okay. But when the DJ said, he flicked the light. They flicked the light. Boop, boop. Said, the last dance, something happened in my body. I was like, oh, it's the last dance.
Showtime.
I was afraid to look back because I was like, she's been dancing with that same guy the whole time. And then I felt somebody go, and I turned around and she said, I promised you the last dance. And I was like, oh my goodness. I got up and it was a slow jam. I was like, oh my goodness.
It just so happened the last song was a slow jam.
You got the hold, you did.
Here's what I heard, and the people at home need to hear this, or wherever you at. The integrity. That was an act of integrity.
Yeah.
Because she told you, listen, you didn't have to go get her.
No, I didn't.
Man, that's the one that's what I got. I got to say.
Hey, look.
I had to pray like Rodney did. I'm praying in the store, looking up at the ceiling saying, Lord, just send me a good man. I'm just tired and send me a good man. Then I look, I say, Lord, is this him? He asked me all these questions. Is this him?
But you know what's so funny about it? I remember after the dance, I asked her to call me. I didn't know her situation, and she really didn't know mine. She didn't call me for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Uh-oh.
What was happening?
I guess, hold on, it's funny, right?
On 2 days. This is 2 weeks.
I had a situation. I had to get some things
but I don't know if they noticed this. I don't know if the viewers know this. That them two are like, and me and you. No, them two.
I know.
And you and I. No.
Right.
You know this.
Yeah, especially with the dishes and all that.
I mean, just without how we perceive things. Like you took 2 weeks. She was getting on me about taking 2 days.
I said you were the third, I would have been through. You've been fired.
Oh wow.
But this is so funny though, right?
Cause you seen it right while we were sitting here talking. I was like, everything that we talking about, it seemed like me and Zena
was on our. I saw that. It was just.
And you were Theresa on the same
Yeah.
way.
Okay,
Be
I'm
sensitive.
gonna have to cut this a little bit so we can.
Okay, come on, we're gonna navigate it too. Y'all, hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all bear with us. Anybody that's tuning in, this is the date night here. We with the Joneses, and we are enjoying this evening, and we get ready to go into the other room.
If you want to know how good the food was, there's the no evidence. The no evidence.
Well, hey, believe me, it was good.
And don't forget, I had made some infused waters too.
So
yeah, it was beautiful and they
And
good.
the fruit at the bottom.
Yes,
We're gonna
yes,
walk
yes,
over
yes,
here.
yes.
y'all can just go right on in there, and I'm gonna follow.
But he didn't know he left his phone.
All right.
Three, you want soda?
What were you? No, well,
You right here.
Y'all just bear with us. We getting ready to make this happen, and
You got Theresa, you got to turn this way. Yes.
Towards the fireplace?
Right, talk towards the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right there. Oh. I didn't see
She's
it.
a rookie, y'all. She's a
I
rookie.
didn't see it.
She's a rookie. She's a rookie. She's Lazy is a professional. She's a rookie. We got a rookie here.
She told us you were a professional.
Yeah. We got us a rookie, but she alright. She alright.
Alright, I'm gonna do this strawberry. See this?
Other thing,
It's a
nice.
strawberry, little miniature.
This how they doing it at the
Cheesecake.
Grimes, what do you call it? The Grimes.
Residence.
Nah, it's more than residence.
Palace.
That could be a palace,
Palace.
but estate.
estate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
At the Grimes estate.
Welcome to our estate.
How about that? And I'm gonna leave the computer and all that in there.
Yeah, I have a phone.
Right.
So we're now just gonna have some dessert, and we're sitting at the fireplace, and the conversation is still going on. And Gerald McCoy, I see you on here. Gerald, call us. We gotta talk to you. Call us. We need you to call us.
So
But we're having a variety of cheesecakes. They're little miniature
I'm gonna go with the.
cheesecakes.
I'm gonna go with the.
And I have the strawberry.
You want one?
And we have, so you want to take it over there? And just
Yeah.
one
Yeah, go get
scoop
some
of ice cream.
One scoop.
There's one scoop of ice cream. If they want more, they can have more.
Look at that. Look at that there. Look at that. You know I gotta get a picture. I get a picture of the Grimes.
So again,
did you?
what are you all doing? Which one did you want? Okay. I hope you put in the comments what your plans are for the entire weekend. Actually, we love reading and hearing what's going on with you.
And you know what's really the blessing again is we being able to enjoy good company. We enjoy good eating, but it's you know we making the best out of a situation that we are in control of.
I like that.
You know, and we taking that and we making it work. So for everyone out there that's going through something, remember, it's not how you do it, you know, more so it's what you're doing, you know, that makes the difference. You know, you may not have to be fancy. You can just, you know.
I like that too because in a lot of cliches we get in our lives are really not good ones. Let's put it like that. They're not good. You know, you ever heard the old saying, it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Right.
That's not good. It's definitely what you do.
Yeah.
And you said that, right? You said, you know, it ain't how you do what you do, but it's what actually you doing.
Right.
Because that's it's the truth.
And that's where it all comes in.
Yeah. because there's no right way to do wrong.
How about that?
So I know we've gone over the time, but this is a special because we're just starting the date night back up. So
And we're the first.
And yeah, we have the Jones in it. This is the first one. And actually, it's so funny about this. This is us going into 2023, building up. But I also got a shameless plug. I have Boo Jones, who is like the founder of Man in the Mirror. And we have other individuals who support that program, Nate Jenkins and Amy Case. One of the things that we have been doing is moving in the direction of really trying to bless people with information, showing them that this is not just about us being on Facebook or being on YouTube or any platform. What we have been doing is trying to change people's lives.
Trying to change one person at a time. And this is a good segue because people to people are doing a lot of great things, and we wouldn't be Man in the Mirror on that platform if Rodney and Lady Z didn't put in that work to have people to people stabilize. I remember coming in this very house doing an interview on people to people. And
actually, it was Real Talk Live with Rodney Grimes.
Right.
And then
you let on.
But then you brought me to your program, which was
Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror.
Yeah, at the time.
At the time.
Yeah, you was a guest.
I was a guest.
Right after that.
Yeah.
So that's how we started networking.
Yeah.
But we both from the same sandbox.
Right.
Yeah.
you already know.
Good 88.
Yeah. See, it's all been, but it's always been about us helping people.
Yeah, but we had the same spirit, so it flowed easy, man.
Yeah.
But I wanted to share about the show that's coming up. This is going to be real. You was talking about the suicide.
Yeah.
And I was telling you how that was close to my heart because of my daughter. Mm-hmm. But I got a psychiatrist from my job that's coming in to the studio, Dr. Khan.
Okay.
And Middle Eastern psychiatrist. I think it's Middle East, so I don't want to quote, but he's a good guy. So it don't matter where he's from. He's coming in, and he actually got the other guests. This guy is, I think it's Mr. Barnes, right? Coming out. He's working in D.C. dealing with the violence and a lot of stuff. And he's doing great work. So we're going to have him there too. So, we already talked about the title. It's going to be Mental and Mayhem because they correspond together.
Well, also I want to, we're going to go over 30 minutes today, so we will shut it down at 8:30. But I want to do a shout out to Miss Cookie, Miss Demetrius Goody of The Good Fight, who we are teaming up with as well, who is doing some phenomenal things with her podcast, with her business. And let me show you real quick. We just got these personally made.
They come in all colors.
They come in all colors, right? Okay. We're going to be putting together packages. We have Beth Creations, which we have a lot of gifts right here that were supposed to be given out, and we're still going to give them out.
We're actually going to do a giveaway today.
Today?
We'll do one today. Tonight.
Okay. All right. So how are we going to make that happen?
And have the first person to call in with the answer now. The first call that I pick up, that I answer, will be the winner. So.
Okay. So the number that you're going to, I got to give them the number, right? It's 301.
Write it down.
93.
No.
301 793 7342. Say the number again.
301 793 7342. Now that's the number you're going to call on, but you got to answer a question.
And the question is going to be
And I'll tell you when to call. Not yet, but just write down the number. And the question will be.
Hey, boo. Think of something.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about relationships, right?
Yeah. Something
that they gotta tell us that they remember hearing us talk.
Hear us talk about.
Okay. What did we say earlier when it pertains to relating to one another? What was the most important thing to have in any relationship?
What was the most important thing to have in any relationship?
All right, you can call in at 301-793.
When it comes to relating.
7342.
When it comes to relationship.
The line is open.
Relating. Yeah, when it comes to relating in a relationship, what's the most important thing?
First caller.
Now, what if somebody don't call?
Well, if somebody don't call,
then we just keep the gift?
Keep going.
We just keep it going. But somebody should be ringing this phone right about now.
But let me tell you something.
Well, the Joneses take one of the beautiful bags.
Hey, that's what I was saying. If you don't call, the Jones will take it.
Yep.
It'll be the person who's still in.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing that I do know.
This ice cream.
This ice cream is
the bomb.
This ice cream is
I don't know where
eggnog. It's eggnog.
Eggnog ice cream?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I get
seasoned greetings.
I get it from a certain place.
Yeah, we get it from
I thought it was homemade.
We'll tell you who it's from after.
No, we can't
They might have went to North Pole and got that.
Babe, we can't give them no free
Oh, we
advertising.
share. I'm not talking about advertising. I'm saying when we're done, when the podcast is over. Oh, we got a caller.
We got a caller.
Congratulations, you are the winner if you answer correctly.
Yeah, you answered correctly.
All right, so the question was...
Okay, when it comes to relating in any relationship, what's the most vital thing, the most important thing?
Communication. Woo! All right. You got it right. Congratulations. This is my bestie that won.
You got it.
You will receive a gift.
So do we got to pull it out?
From, I'm going to let you go pick out something for Rachel.
You got it, Rachel. Home girl.
For the one and only Best Creations.
Yeah, that's good.
Congratulations.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right.
So, Rachel, this is what you won. It's going to be a delay, but we're showing it. You'll get to see.
This is your gift. Okay, don't worry.
See, you know, the thing about it is, Rachel, that you don't have to really, like that should be a common sense thing, but every common sense ain't always common.
Yeah.
So, but it tells where your spirit is.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know.
I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. What type of man are you? Are you a valley man or a mountain man?
A what man?
Valley or mountain?
Are you a valley man or a mountain man?
Yeah.
I'm a valley man that been to the mountain.
Huh?
You a valley man to what?
That been to the mountain.
To been to the mountain.
Yes.
That was good, boo.
Why did you say that? Started from that angle.
Because I had to start from humble beginnings, and going to the mountain, and that's kind of like a representation for me is you know, being with God. So
Yes.
but I have to be of humble beginnings though. I have to understand that I'm not above Him. He's a mountain.
That's right.
I am so glad you answered that because I was getting ready to I was getting ready to mess that up. I was a mountain man.
You gotta be humble. You gotta crawl first.
Yeah, right.
Well, I was gonna say I'm a mountain man but you got to realize this: you can't start from the top of the mountain to get to the top. You got to start from the bottom to climb to the top. And during my journey, I be persistent
to focus to reach my goal.
Yeah.
So,
and it's all about the perception too, though, because I don't think it's no wrong answer. If you would have said he's a mountain man, that just tell you the kind of hope he has.
But see, I was told that by a young wise lady when I'm dating to ask that question to the male and listen to see what their answer would be.
okay, so can you explain to us what's the difference with the valley and the mountain?
Well, see, I forgot the man's name. I was apologizing. But he answered correctly based on what she told me.
Right, Boo
You
Jones.
hear where the soul of the man is coming from. And that way, you know if you want to continue seeing him or not based on the answer. That's why.
That was all right. He did. I like the way he answered that.
You have to be a good follower before you be a leader.
How about that?
Powerful.
So, I messed up?
You know.
But it's okay. We hear where you are.
Well, you know, you understand. I do start from the bottom, which is in the valley, but I do like to go to the top.
Yeah.
And so that's just who I am. Maybe that's probably why I've had so many struggles in my life. But that's right. Congratulations again, you're the winner.
Yes, yes.
And that's a very nice gift. Love you too.
Okay.
Love you too.
Hey, let me ask you something, Rachel Pope.
One more question, Rachel.
Are you related to Cordell and Pee Wee and all that?
Cordell and Pee Wee related to George Pope.
You said, okay, you a Pope. You a Pope.
Pope.
Okay. Is it P-O-P-E?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what their name is too. They from Alexandria.
They probably related.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have a bunch of Popes. And you remember Neil Diggs?
Neil Diggs.
The Diggs?
I
know some Diggs. Like the football.
Right on that corner by the recreation center.
Okay, I know some Diggs. And you know,
Corner house.
yeah, James, and
There's a lot of kids.
yeah, the football players, Stephon and Trayvon Diggs, their dad, we lived on the same street, Avon Diggs. And then we had James Diggs.
Yeah, we used to play like behind the house in a little alley and a little cut that comes between the houses.
Yeah.
And then you go to the rec and play.
Oh yeah. Back in the old Pendleton Street.
Yeah.
Pendleton Street. Yeah, you know, you talk. Yeah. Come on now. Come on now, you're taking old Jerome back now. Taking old Jerome back. Congratulations.
We love you.
Congratulations. Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, so congratulations to the Queen Rachel, one of our dedicated individuals who's always supporting us.
Yes, she is.
We also want to say thank you to Beth Creations. This young lady is an individual who supports everyone under all conditions. As we move forth, we have quite a few gifts that we're going to be giving away coming up. She donated quite a few things to be able to bless some other people. So we'll be doing this throughout. I might even, if I got some left, we'll probably bring some to the studio.
Okay.
You know.
But let me say this though. When the support, like the creation, they're doing it with their resources. So, and you know, Rodney and they cook their wonderful meal for us. Even though we don't owe them anything, they just said, look, y'all come on what you like, and we just thankful. But I always believe you support with your resources. So I'll put something to the people podcast.
Hey,
because it goes in the kitchen.
Hey, believe it or not, and that's what. Let me tell you something. It's not what you do all the time. It's how you do it, or sometimes it's not how you do it, it's what you do. It's when you do something, and you do it from your heart. So it could be $1, it could be 100, it could be 50, or it could be 1,000. It all goes in the same direction. It's almost like a sin is a sin. It don't matter what type of sin. A sin is a sin, right?
Period.
But a blessing is a blessing.
No matter what type.
No matter what type. So with that said, we love
You're
y'all.
not finished.
Huh?
Just a couple seconds. I want to present this little something also from Beth's creation. A little gift
To the queen.
to the queen.
Oh, there you go. All right.
That's so sweet.
And again, everyone, please support Beth. And if you
That's
need,
creation.
if you need a beautiful basket arrangement done for
That's
any
nice.
occasion, when I say any occasion, it doesn't matter what the occasion is. She will create it for.
She's phenomenal.
Beth Creation.
Her website and everything, information is on there.
Okay, so the telephone number is 240-858-2569. 240-858-2569. Her email is BethCreativeBaskets@gmail.com.
You want to hold it up? I'll grab it.
BethCreativeBaskets@gmail.com.
You want me to hold that up for
Well, this right here is a basket that she left with me. This is a birthday basket she left for me. She gave to me today because I've been away and she missed
That
my
is
birthday. So she wanted me to have it and she brought it over. I'm going to open it and let you see some of the things is.
Yeah.
But just so you know, you see how creative she is.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let me. I want you to understand something. How you know
Yes,
something.
yes, I have one for you.
So you know something which really unique about Beth. Beth pays attention to detail.
Yes.
See, these are Zena's colors. See, this is her birthday gift. Hey, that's how she did. You should have seen the baskets that we got for Christmas. We got.
Oh my God.
Oh man, for date night.
It was never ending to that basket.
Oh,
So, Zen, you like purple.
Pepper is purple.
Now, let me give y'all a quick little story. My sister, Valerie Ledbetter, right? She's married now, so she changed her name. But she, when she was a little girl, what was real funny is she had her room painted purple. She thought the street was purple. Everything she seen, she wanted purple. But this before print.
Wow.
This before print, so.
Before print.
So I love both my sisters, Tabitha and Valerie. You know, they've been supportive of all my. I can't remember that. And they're young. I'm the oldest of all four families.
okay.
So that's from two different families. My dad's kid is Valerie, and my mom's kid is Tabitha.
Okay.
And they're not related by blood, but the common goal is they both love me. I love them both. So I just wanted to shout out.
And when you said, speaking of, and I was a diehard, I am still a Prince fan. I love Prince. I was so in love with Prince. I'm so in love with Prince. And in this basket, Beth put
The purple rain.
Rain. Oh, that is sweet. That is so cool.
Hey, babe, you should put this bottle by your bed and a glass.
And a glass.
Yeah. So you can drink Purple Rain.
Yeah, we make our own purple rain.
Yeah.
And look, oh my God, this is so. What that say, baby?
Oh man, God is always with me. This is beautiful.
Believe in me.
So you guys better get with Beth Creations. And
Oh man.
I didn't give it. I got a birthday's coming up. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
I did that when I was in Columbus.
Look at that.
Yeah, I didn't give it.
She's always. I mean, the stuff that she does. She's so
That's
unique.
nice.
She's so unique.
Wow.
She's so unique
And
about.
said that's royalty. That's a royalty color right
Yeah.
there. Even purple and gold is royalty colors. Yeah.
That's so soft.
Pretty flowers.
Hey Beth, we love you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Hey, for everybody that was out there, we thank you so much for tuning in. And I know we went over 30 minutes. Actually, we went over we went over about 30 minutes because we was about late, about 5-10
Oh
minutes.
yeah, another plug. I got a new grandbaby. was born September 25th. Her name is Zia.
Zia? Okay.
Really?
Yeah, her name is Zia. And
Named after me.
yeah, it was spelled Xia, and I was like, we used to call it Zia, but it's Zia. I got it right to my daughter Asia. Did I get that right that time? It's Zia.
It's Zia, not Zena.
You
Yeah,
like my
Zia.
name, so it got as close as
I
possible.
had nothing to do with it.
They like my
But
name, so they got
now we
close
gotta go get
as
the grandson, Xavier. Now, without her, my daughter even knowing that we call him Booby. So she never knew his name was Xavier, and she named her baby with. So both of my grandchildren are named with X.
Oh man, that's so cool. Hey, but since we throwing shout out to the grandchildren, I got 8 of them.
8.
Woo!
I got 8 grandchildren.
That's
so
a blessing.
yeah, so
Just talking about
we was looking at the pictures of all of them, and shout out to my grandchildren, and everybody.
To our children as well.
Yeah, to our kids, to Nananuki Nu, to Mama, to Ching Ching, to Little Man, to Xavion. Xavier.
Kamari.
Hey, look, Xavion the Brainiac. Cam.
Look, the
to
Brainiac.
Kamari. To Duda. I mean, we got a crew.
So I got shout out to our son Nick. You know, he's been feeling under the weather a little bit.
Feel better, baby.
And since you was talking about, the suicide thing, it's very dear to me because my daughter, Kalada, she gone, and that's what they said the cause was. But, we talked about that because she was a spokesperson against the brutality, police brutality. She was very good. She was a chip off the old block.
Right.
And I have it on YouTube. So I'll probably post it soon.
Yeah.
And you guys share it. Be good on the lookout. I'm going to post her speech before she passed.
Okay. Well, it's all about, you know what? It's all about, you know what? We remember each and every individual who has transitioned in any way, shape, or form. Not all the time what is told is always the situation.
Yeah.
You understand? So sometimes somebody can say it's this way when it's really that way, and we'll leave it at that.
And we don't know no one's plight.
Right.
So let's just try to be sensitive, just like relationships.
Yeah. So with that said, guess what? We out of here. We love you. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in.